Mike was muted for a second. What's up? Welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Give me just a second. I know we got a weird time here. We'll see if we can get some people to hopefully join here. Let me see. Retweet this. There it goes. There it changed. What's up, TJ? It was at 0 for a while and then it popped up. We got a couple people in here at least, so we good to go now. All right. Today will be a little short. Thinking about the O's and the Twins. I like the Orioles, Marcus. Yeah, okay. So yeah, today's slate of baseball sucks, to be honest. Not very good. So what just today's all kinds of whatever. I don't have the green screen up. I cut my head shaven today. My wife got she cleaned out her closet. She got a bunch of clothes on the ground, which where my green screen would go. And like, honestly, like my hip hurts so dang bad from like the people messing around with it. I wanted to sit on a comfy chair instead of I grabbed one of like the kitchen table chairs because it's like smaller profile to get in here. So anyway, today's gonna be a little shorter. Let's just get into it, whatever. I ain't even got notes, but we just got a pretty small slate of baseball. Was there only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? There's only like 7 games or something like that today. Pretty weak. But let's see. Today's Monday, 6/10. We did not have an episode on Saturday or Sunday. Friday, we did sweep Friday. We had the Logan Allen over his outs, Garrett Crochet over his outs, and the Royals money line, just as I planned with that crazy comeback. Man, I'm lucky I got to actually watch that game. My wife went to bed. I watched like the last inning. It was heck of a game, man. The environment there, Bobby Bonds hits that triple. It's tied at that point. They intentional walk Vinny, and then Salvador, and then like Salvador is like screaming at Velasquez or whatever the dude's name is. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope environment. It was pretty fun to watch. Couple quick announcements. Number one, at the bottom of the link here in the descriptions, I do have the merchandise store up. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I had tweeted about it. So I think it just says like the merch or something like that with a link. Like I said, in the tweet that I had posted, I should have saved it at the top. I don't fully remember, but I had said something that, if people don't choose to support in that way, just to continue to watch and everything like that, just as a reiteration that I'm not trying to like make a bunch of money off of or anything, really just trying to grow the show. I feel like having that logo out there more and everything, which is obviously been beneficial to that. Also had the doctor's appointment today. It looks like I got to get an MRI, but the dude thinks I probably need surgery, unfortunately. So we'll see. He had made the comment that if I was a professional athlete, my season was about to start, that he'd be okay if I continued with it. So it really kind of comes down to like when I want to do it, but he wants to go in and clean the hip up, and the joint is weird, and he thinks I got a torn labrum, which is what we're going to do the MRI for. So only way to get rid of the pain is going to be to do surgery and then be on crutches for 6 weeks, which won't be overly easy for just taking care of the kids and just everything, so got a bit of a decision there. Anyway, I think that's all I got. Right now. All right. So here, I'm gonna just share my screen like we do sometimes. Here. If you guys have a play that you actually really like today, I'd be very open to hear it. I feel like today's pretty lame day. What's up, Trent? Pretty lame day of baseball, to be honest. A little bit of a hangover from the NBA, man, the NBA game was frustrating. If you follow me on Twitter, man, like Porzingis ended up getting hurt, but man, I was so close to hitting a plus 2,000. I need a 1-3 from KP to hit that. I ended up like rage betting WNBA. Like I was laying in bed, I was like, I want to bet on something, and like I put a lot of money on the over for the Aces and the whoever the heck they were playing, the Sparks, and man, it came down to like the last minute. I needed a point, and I'm like, come on, like somebody. And then somebody got a technical, and they got a point, and then somebody scored again. But boy, I almost got my butt in trouble there. Trent, did that come out? Okay. All right. Well, first off, since I have this pulled up, I was gonna go in there and look at those outs. Whole community is on Eric Fetty for very good reason here. I think this is on DraftKings. I think this is a nice way to combat it. So I do like this play here. TJ Tatis too. I really looked at that too. Everything that I like today is like in the Padres game. So it's like I thought about Dylan Cease like to get a win. It's like minus 105. Uh Tatis is one of those that he's almost been hitting this so often that I'm nervous that like it's getting to the point that's like, oh, do I want to keep riding it because he's been hitting so well. Um Eric Fetty though, over 5.5 outs, and take Joey Estes to not get a win, as I think the Padres are going to win this one pretty handedly. Let me see. I thought I had more stuff open here, to be honest. Okay. I hate the way they like updated this app, man. It's frustrating. Devontae, you like those no-run first innings? Oh, tie. That's like the safe route because it could be 1-1. Oh, what am I doing? In terms of, I was looking pretty hard at Yordan Alvarez, to be honest. His hits run RBI is like minus 130, which seems like that's probably a pretty good look. I don't know why that's saying 4.5. That'd be a nice number. So, Fetty's over this in 3 straight games, 4 of his last 5. So I mean, you look at the graph this way, obviously it's it's pretty solid there. If you look at him away, I mean, 2 straight away games, 7 and 8. Obviously, he had some rough games, kind of leading up to that. On the year, just in general, he's over this in 6 of 10. So I mean, he's hitting at over a 50%, hit rate there. Most importantly, though, I mean, you got right here. There's 30 teams in the major leagues right here. The Mariners are dead last. They're striking out at a 27.9% hit, rate here. They're dead last in strikeout percentage. So I mean, like if there's ever a good matchup for him today, it's today. They've hardly faced them. We go over to MLB. Go away. Pitching. Let's see. Wait, hitting. Let's see. Where's it at? Strikeouts. They lead the league in strikeouts. 671 strikeouts on the year compared to 448 by the Astros. I mean, they have 223 more strikeouts than the best team in the league. So they strike out. The Mariners strike out at a pretty huge rate here. So I mean, he's got a fantastic matchup realistically for Fetty today. Not to mention, like I said, he's over in 4 out of 5 and X amount of away games in a row and this and that. Honestly, like the White Sox, like Garrett Crochet has been pitching really well. Like Fetty has been a dude that like I haven't wanted to fade. You look at these are the home runs that I like here. If you look at yeah, TJ for sure. One of the cappers in the Beer Money Discord I noticed is on Fetty too, and like a builder, so like that makes me feel good as well. Look, the Mariners is a minus 215 favorite. I don't know if I buy that. Like Logan Gilbert has not been like the Logan Gilbert that we know. And Fetty's been strong. Fetty's been a pitcher that I've been afraid to fade, to be completely honest, when he's pitching for the White Sox. So I feel really good about it. And then, like I said, with Joey Estes to not get a win. This is a nice little just juice reducer. Obviously, I don't want to play a straight at a minus 165. So I say it a lot. For those of you that are new, you need a lot more things to go good for you to get a win than you do to get a loss. You know, there could end up being rain by chance, and it goes into a delay. There could be he could get hurt. He could have one bad inning where he gives up a ton of runs. It could be tied at 5, which would be a no decision. He could be losing at 5. He could pitch only 4 innings. He could be winning by 1, and then the very next inning, the Padres go up 1. I mean, there's so many different things for to that have to happen for him to get a win, that it's much, 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 much easier to say like who's going to lose this game. Padres been hitting the ball really well. Joey Estes, I mean, small sample size, but hasn't pitched very good away. Dylan Cease has certainly been a lot better here recently than he has been. Let me see if I can find it like pretty quick here. Who are we talking about? Here it is. So I mean, Joey Estes away. I mean, he won to Seattle, but we talk about them striking out a lot. He gave up 8 to Houston in 3 innings, and then 1 to Tampa Bay. So I mean, it's whatever. I mean, the guys going up against Dylan Cease, you would have to think that Dylan Cease is going to keep them pretty at bay, in order for, I mean, the Padres have the number 1 batting average in the league. The Astros have, the A's have the second worst, 5th best on base, second worst for them. Hardly scoring any runs, this and that. The A's can be definitely scrappy, but the Padres are definitely the better team here. I think this is pretty good value here. So I think that I think minus 106 is an awesome look. So we'll call this the first play. Eric Fetty, you're gonna get to play on DraftKings. If you try to play Fetty on FanDuel, you're gonna have to find yourself a different juice reducer there. So I like this one, minus 106. I like this one a lot. Marcus. Oh, shoot. Spring UNC to win the World Series. Vance Honeycutt. Yeah. I've got. It's actually frustrating. I didn't do a very good job of it. I gave some futures out for myself, and whatever conference it was in like the top right of the bracket, I had all 3 guys. I had Oregon State, Kentucky, and Georgia, all of which would have been one of the guys coming out of there. So it was kind of silly, but I have Kentucky alive still as a that I gave out beforehand. Winner or whatever, all around winner. Trent mentioned that Colin Ray's outs are out, 15.5 minus 120. He has been pretty good to this at home. We'll have to see. We've played Colin Ray a few times. So he's over this in 6 to 10. Perfect at home, though. 15.5, man. Really? Is that what it is? That's low, doesn't it? Seem pretty low. Here's my fear, though. My other play would probably be the Brewers money line. I tweeted about it earlier. I just don't see how it was a little more even then. Minus 112. I don't see an early up promo. It doesn't look like either yet, which I would probably recommend for like the Brewers. But Brewers offense is just much better. And we'll look at that more because, like I said, I was thinking about taking the money line. But if I were to go pitcher prop, that almost seems a little risky to go with the pitcher. But I mean, like there's kind of no denying. I mean, 5 straight home games here has been over. This one against the Cubs, if I'm not mistaken, it was at 15.5 on DraftKings or 16.5 on FanDuel. And I was like, yeah, I'll play either one. And he got pulled after he got the one out there, which was kind of weird. So, I mean, I was actually really shocked that I saw he got the 16th out and I stopped looking. And then I looked later on and I was like, oh my gosh, like he got pulled. Like it was actually pretty surprising. Yeah, because he look at this. He only threw 79 pitches. I don't know why he got pulled. Like if he walked a guy and he got in trouble, if it was like a tight game or something like that. But I mean, you can see him progressively working up 81, 86, 99, 103. Like he's fully stretched out at this point. And then he only threw 79 pitches. Like, how weird is that? Which means that you would think that he's going to be, well, he's pitched since then, I guess. How many pitches did he throw last? Oh, that was the last time he pitched. Man, it's been 10 days since he's pitched. He's definitely going to be he's going to be fresh, that's for sure. Um let's see. Bullpen usage, let's see how many. Milwaukee. They used 3 arms yesterday. They used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Saturday. So in the last 2 days, everybody has pitched. But you can see some of these guys only threw 14 pitches, 13, so like Milner, Hernandez probably won't be ready to go, but Koenig and Hudson probably could. So, they're a little tired, but nothing crazy. Man, it just seems like that's not a bad look. Let me see here. What am I looking for? Because the other day we're on the Marlins because they walk the least amount, and like that was a pretty good look. I was trying to see the Blue Jays actually walk a decent amount, so that's the only that can certainly kind of hurt. You guys have the early up? Do I? I don't. Yeah, I don't have the early up promo. You guys actually have it? That's some bullshit. Yeah, I mean, Colin Ray's outs. I mean, we've hit on this guy plenty of times. They don't have it on FanDuel for some reason. Seems like a good number, man. Like he's been over it so many times. I mean, he's going full 6 in every game, and for some reason he only went 16, but he only threw 79 pitches, so he's gonna be pretty fresh. Yeah, Blue Jays are middle of the pack on base percentage. OPS the same. I mean, the same conversation you get in here, because like I was saying, I like the Brewers money line too. You get in here and look at, I mean, even just look at like the runs scored. The Brewers are scoring the 7th most. The Blue Jays all the way down here at the 24th most runs. But I think I wanted to look at like at home, the Brewers are scoring, up here, top of the, 6th best runs. Batting average, they have the 3rd best batting average at home. You can switch it to away and look at, Toronto. Blue Jays have the 6th worst batting average away. Bottom half, runs scored. Let me sign in on my phone and see if I have. If I have it or not. Yeah. Yeah. Yenners. But I know you're in the Discord too. So, this is something I did before I got in the Discord. I'll give an official, like, these aren't, quote unquote official plays. Although, like, with how slim Pickens this is, like, I mean, I really like that Fetty play. So it would be 1.06 units to win a unit. Stuff like that, though. Yeah. Okay, I do have the early up promo. Okay. Like I said, like I feel weird doing it, but I think that I just like I'm not afraid of the Blue Jays bats. Like Vlad is the only dude in there that hits the ball very well. Let's see. Let's look at this real fast. Colin Ray. Okay, they've Justin Turner's faced them 8 times. He's got 1 hit on him. Vogelbach, Bach, whatever, big dude. I don't even know if he's playing anymore. I don't know if he is or not. Bo, yeah. So they haven't faced Colin either. Man, Colin Ray's outs has been just been a hell of a good. And Jose Barrios, man, I'm not look, he's not hasn't been that great. Um let me pull him back up because there was something I had seen. I think his away splits aren't very good. Yeah, he's got a losing record. He's 2-3. He's got a 3.76 ERA away compared to a 1.82 at home. So he pitches much better at home than he does away. Um, you look at Colin Ray. Let's see. He's pretty mid, but he has a better ERA at home than he does away. And the Jays haven't faced a pitcher they make look like Cy Young. Yeah, that's funny. Um, I just hate to double it up, but I say we pull the trigger. This is a game. I woke up and this game I was like, is this a Brewer? This is Brewers money line, And then like I said, I tweeted about it. Wasn't sure. It's kind of goofy. I think we do the early up promo. This is where I'd probably like the early up promo, unless you want to use it for like a I'm not convinced that the Twins look great here against the Rockies. The Rockies been playing up and down, but I'm not a big Chris Paddock fan. Talking about the early up promo, the White Sox been scrappy. I'm not a big Logan Gilbert fan. If you wanted to go with something crazy, outside of that though, Spencer Argetti is not very strong, but I think the Astros probably hit Kyle Harrison pretty well today. The Brewers are just the option for it, realistically. So play number 2, I think, is probably Brewers money line on the early up promo. I would recommend. You got it -115 on DraftKings, -112. So you're not really eating, too much extra juice there. I recommend the early up promo on the Brewers for the second play. And then the third play, I think it's just got to be Colin Ray. Go after Colin Ray's outs. It's on DraftKings. It's not on FanDuel right now for some reason. I'm sure it'll pop up. But or 15.5. That's what it was last time, and he had 16. But like I said, if you just happen to pop in, we were on him last time for 15.5, or I said I was okay with 16.5, and I seen him and get his 16th out. I think it was like changing my son or something. Put my phone in my pocket and moved on. And then I just absolutely shocked to see that he got pulled. I don't remember what happened. Let me actually see if I can't. I bet you I could pull it up here on this Yahoo Sports app. Normally pretty good. Oh, he did pitch. He did pitch against Philly actually for 4 innings. I wonder why my app wasn't showing. My thing here is not showing it. Why are they not showing the last time he pitched? Oh, it's because he was they ran an opener is why. See, that kind of shit messes you up too. Like they ran Koenig as an opener, and then Colin Ray came in and threw 70 pitches in 4 innings. But at that point, that's some goofy stuff. It's probably because it was against the Phillies, and the Phillies have such like a powerful offense and stuff. They wanted to find a way to like combat them. But anyway, like I said, this man threw 79 pitches and only went 16 outs. It's very surprising when you see him constantly in 18. And then the Brewers, certainly have some usage here. Um, 3 guys yesterday, 5 guys on Saturday. So they've used every arm over the weekend. I don't know when their next day off is or anything like that, but I think that's probably something pretty solid. So I like the look there. I'm pretty sure I seen that Jose Barrios, not as good. He actually has not pitched well within Milwaukee. He's got a losing record in Milwaukee. How's it not going to show what? Well, I don't know. I guess not really. He 3. I mean, gave up 8 one time, gave up 3. So I guess the most recent time he's pitched against him when he was with Toronto, he only went 2.2 innings, gave up 8 hits and 8 runs, 2 home runs. I mean, that obviously it's a different team. The Brewers are a little bit of a younger team, so it's going to be a little different. But that's I don't know. I feel pretty good there. So that's what we'll do for the 3 plays. Yeah, Marcus, that's probably my favorite in terms of like a 2-leg would be, I have it even pulled up, is the Orioles and the Padres. I feel pretty good about Dylan Cease. The Padres been hitting the ball really well. I don't trust Logan Gilbert here. If we had to take a 2-leg, like it's like life or death, like what's the 2-leg for today? This Yankees and Royals game could be great, to be honest. I feel you got to give the edge to the Royals, but the Yankees been playing so well. Cole Reagans has been just fantastic. But you got Corbin Burns on the mound, man. Like the Orioles been hitting the ball really well. They've already got him, 3-0 in this series, going for the sweep. Although that's a little scary sometimes, but the Orioles hitting the ball really well. Corbin Burns has been good. And what's it? Pepio, I think. I can't remember how to pronounce it. I think it's a little different. Feels good there. So officially for the podcast, let's go ahead and do we're gonna go and do Eric Fetty over 5.5 outs, and we're gonna put that with Joey Estes. That was like minus 106 or something like that. I want to run Colin Ray's pitcher outs as well, over 15.5. Let's double check the weather though. It's smart. When you're on a pitcher, you want to make sure there's no rain or anything like that. Oh, it's in a dome anyway, duh. So we're good there, obviously. Colin Ray over 15.5 pitcher outs, and then we're gonna do the Brewers money line for the early up promo. Boom, right there. So I'm gonna be involved in 1, 2, 4 of the 7 games. That's not so bad. G baby. I hate that you make me say that. Do we like the Rockies money line? Not convincingly, no. But I was like, if you wanted to take a shot with the early up promo, that's not a bad deal. I'm not a big fan of Chris Paddock. The Twins haven't been playing that great either, but the Rockies been playing worse. It's a game that I would just purely just stay away from, like I have. Yep, Yenner's is typing it out in the chat there, and then Brewers or Colin Ray for his over his outs. I do. TJ mentioned liking Tatis. I do like that too. If you were looking for like a player prop, we're just chatting at this point. Once again, if you're in the Discord and you're watching, none of these plays are official. They're official when I say like, hey, bet this one for this many units or something like that. But Tatis has been on a tear. Over this in 9 of 10 at home. He's over this in 6 of 10. Gets a right-handed pitcher. He's over a 9 of 10. 55% on the year. Blah blah blah. I mean, Tatis is hitting the ball really well. Jordan Alvarez is another one that I think hits runs. RBI is probably a good one. That's a DraftKings bet. Um, oh, my duck's chewing a bone. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, Royals money line. Cole Reagan's is or is it Reagan's? No, it's Seth Lugo pitching, I think, right? Yeah, Lugo's been fantastic, but I mean, so have the Yankees. I'm not a big fan of Rodon, to be completely honest. I would certainly lean Royals in the game, but it's not one that I feel. If it was the only game in on if the Royals and Yankees game was the only game on the slate, I would take the Yankees. I'm sorry, I would take the Royals. But there's other games, and it's just going to be such a close battle type game. It feels like it's probably an under game, under 8.5 potentially. Um, but yeah. So all right. Anyhow, I don't know if you guys got anything home run wise. Was thinking maybe a 2-leg. Was liking Gunnar Henderson today. They've been, Orioles been hitting the ball really well. Jordan Alvarez for the Astros as well. Not very good weather today. There's I would almost have been interested in Salvador Perez. He's faced Rodon and bats like 600 against them, but it's pretty difficult to hit home runs at the Royal Stadium. Uh, so I don't know if anybody has anything outside of your Aaron Judge, or stuff like that. I hit on Jake Berger yesterday, get a little burger and fry action. Had him in a 3-leg. He was the only one that hit, unfortunately. So I think in a small slate, one that really doesn't have very good weather, or anything, too, I think it's probably safe just to run just because it's expected. I mean, at this point, I try to always have a home run lotto. I mean, people ask about it in the Discord. I don't know. Let's see. Pitching, player, pitching, home runs. I was trying to see if any of these guys are pitching that give up a ton. I mean, Jose, there you go. Like Jose Barrios right here is giving out. He's tied for 13th most home runs. He's given up 11 home runs. So there you go, off a Gunner. Has Gunner faced him before? I guess Gunner hasn't faced him, but I mean, whatever. Gunner has all his own. That's not what I meant to do, actually. Who was I thinking? I was actually thinking about Contreras, maybe. I don't know why Jose Barrios pops in my head. Yeah, Tatis hit one yesterday. What was I just on? Oh, yeah, here it goes. So, I mean, a lot of these guys, I miss Kyle Hendricks. There's Chris Paddock right here, talking about the Twins. Carlos Rodon has given up 11 home runs. I mean, he's on the first page for guys that have given up the most home runs. Yeah, Benji. He's going to have to hit it 400 feet. The Royal Stadium is pretty big. Logan Gilbert has given up 10 home runs. Dude, Luis Roberts has been killing it, though, right? That'd be pretty juiced, I think. Plus 12. Luis Roberts been hitting the ball really well. That wouldn't be a bad third. Just Logan Gilbert's been giving up so many home runs on him. He's only got one hit on him though in his career. I don't think I like that. Okay, I wanted to see how many home runs this dude. So he's giving up 6 compared to Savali and Anderson. I'm giving up a ton. I'll take Luis Roberts off. Yeah, I don't know if you were here earlier. I was saying that when Fetty pitches, I am always nervous about fading him. He does seem that he gets run support too. So like if you wanted to sprinkle the early up on the White Sox, possibly not a bad idea either. I watched Logan Gilbert just get pooped on recently. So I'm just gonna run Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Alvarez. We'll just try to get a little two leg action today. So feel good about that one. I think that's what we'll do. So wrong one. All right. So to recap, we're gonna do Fetty over 5.5 outs plus Estes to not get a win. Brewers money line for the early up promo. I like Brewers money line just in general. If you want to try to sprinkle on one of these bigger odd ones, I mean, live your life. And then Colin Ray over 15.5 outs. And then we're going to go with Gunnar Henderson and Jordan Alvarez for the home run, quote unquote, lotto. It's a plus 2,336. I'll certainly take that. Outside of that, that's all I got. I'll say at the end here, for those of you that might have got in late, at the bottom in the description on YouTube, I got the link to the merchandise store. I feel like the prices are probably pretty fair. If you don't agree, I mean, certainly let me know. DM me on Twitter at LiveJoeBets. If I get that kind of feedback, I can certainly look into that. But yeah, appreciate you, TJ. Like I said, not trying to get rich off of it, just trying to spread the word and just really just grow the show, to be completely honest. So when you guys are wearing, if you wear a shirt, that you're a walking billboard kind of thing. And that is all I have. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out though. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you're in the Discord, I will share, what I'm on, later on or whatever. Or now-ish. I don't know. And then yeah. Anyway, and then be back on the normal time tomorrow at 11:30, and I will see you guys then.